Hi everyone, this is Chris from abarabove.com. We're live here at Tales of the Cocktail and we're having a great time. So far we've gone to a couple tasting rooms and we're going to hit a couple seminars later on in the day and tomorrow, so stay tuned. We'll keep you posted and we'll let you know what we learn. Hi everyone, we're outside the Hotel Monteleone. We've been here for a few days now and now we're going to give you some tips for the next time you come to Tales of the Cocktail. So depending on your reasonings for going to Tales of the Cocktail, you definitely want to set your priorities differently. So if you're going to Tales of the Cocktail primarily for an educational experience, I would definitely put the seminars at your top of the priority list. This is going to give you an opportunity to meet the leaders in the industry, to shake their hands, and exchange business cards, which is very powerful. So obviously make sure you have a stack of business cards with you, or if you need to, create some business cards or personal cards so that you'll be able to hand them out to people that you meet at Tales of the Cocktail. Should contain all the pertinent information, your name, your phone number, email address, and any other ways that you can think of for them to get in contact with you, either with Facebook, Twitter, or some other really cool piece of technology I haven't even heard of yet. So just keep that in mind when you're going through Tales. The other thing is, you'll get an opportunity to see some brand new products before anybody else will in the world. It's really cool. I got to see the brand new Perlini carbonating system, and it's meant to actually batch large quantities of cocktails for bottle carbonated programs. We're talking about like 200 or 300 at a time, and it's a really cool experience, and I got to see it before anybody else did. The last thing is that you might be attending seminars that you don't know much about. So I got to go to molecular mixology topic for Tales this year, and they really focused on a lot of the details about it, which is what it would have taken me a few months to figure all these items out if I would ever have been able to. So you get a big, deep knowledge at some of these seminars. So it's another benefit of going to these seminars. Now the tasting rooms can be another educational experience for you as well. First of all, the big brands, or the brands in general that are there, they want you to ask questions. They want to teach you about their brands. They want you to understand who they are and what they do. So feel free to ask a lot of questions. Also, if you're going to be going to the tasting rooms, I recommend going a little bit later if you're going there for the education. This will give you much more of an opportunity to say hello to the people you want to say hello to and have the conversations that you want. In the beginning of the tasting experience, a lot of people, or the vendors, will be giving away a lot of t-shirts and stuff. So it's typically a crowd of people, and it's a mad rush for the food, the cocktails, and the free stuff they're giving away. So by you going later, you'll have an opportunity to really just have a good conversation with these people. Now the special events can be another educational experience as well. Typically the special events are geared for having a great time, to having as much fun as possible and creating a very cool environment. But also the special events typically have some of the best bartenders in the industry behind their bars. Some of these people, or some of these events, might actually be competitions. So you'll be able to see what the best and the best of the industry are doing, what cocktails are creating, how they're garnishing and creating the entire experience of that cocktail for you. Like I said, you can gather a lot of information just from going around to the special events as well. Now, if your main focus is entertainment, your priorities should definitely change a lot. First of all, the tasting room should be your main priority. This is where you're going to get the most t-shirts and vendor supplies, and they provide a lot of alcohol at these events, so you'll definitely be able to socialize and meet new people and have a great time at the tasting rooms. Now, if you're going to the tasting rooms for entertainment, I highly recommend going there early. You're going to beat the crowds, you're going to be in the line, beginning of the line, so you will be able to experience those things like being able to get the vendor supplies that you want, and also some food, because food is definitely going to be key. Also in the tasting rooms, they have a lot of bottled water. Make sure you grab a couple. Hydration is going to be key while you're down here at Tales of the Cocktail. Now don't discount the second best one to do is the seminar, or the special events. These are right up your alley. These are meant to be the big, exciting events of the entire Tales of the Cocktail. So it's going to be the best venues, they're going to be the great music, great food, and typically the best cocktails that you're going to have at Tales of the Cocktail. So these are just a party all the time. So definitely make sure you do that. Now another thing is, in order to get the tasting room pass, like what I have on now, you actually have to buy a ticket either to a seminar or to a special event. So why not have a little bit of fun with it? Grab a ticket for the special event and you get the tasting room pass for free. It's kind of a bonus right there. Now the seminars can be a great source of entertainment as well. If you see a seminar that you really enjoy and it's caught your interest, don't hesitate to sign up. So the presenters are typically very colorful and fun and animated, and they're there to have a great time just like you are. So by you going to these seminars and being in the room with them, you're going to have a lot of fun and entertainment, and you're going to learn something, which is even better. Now, there's a few other tips we have for you before you even come to Tales of the Cocktail. Pack an extra bag, just a little duffel bag, put it in your luggage. You're going to get a lot of extra swag and a lot of goods while you're here, typically alcohol and cocktails and hats. We have so many hats. We'll take a picture of all the stuff we got this year at Tales of the Cocktail and put it on our website. But definitely bring an extra piece of luggage with you. The other thing is bring an umbrella. Bring a small umbrella with you. Tales of the Cocktail is always held in July in New Orleans. It has a tendency to rain. So you don't want to be caught by surprise, so just bring a little small umbrella with you. The other thing is you're going to be on your feet for a very long time, typically anywhere from 8 to 14 hours a day. So dress comfortably, make sure you have comfortable shoes, because you're going to be walking around all in New Orleans, and you're going to forget how tired you are until the very last couple hours. Now the other thing is, when you go into these tasting rooms, like I said, grab extra water, bring a couple home with you, put in your hotel room. You're going to want to drink a lot of water while you're down here. It's hot, you're drinking more alcohol than water typically, and you're probably not getting enough sleep, so water is definitely going to be beneficial your entire time here. Now one of the last piece of advice we have for you is come with a friend, come with a buddy. You want to share this experience with someone else. So you know, the other thing is that you can be in two places at once. So if you have two different tasting rooms going on at the same time, you'll be able to divide and conquer, as they say. So you know, each of you go to a separate tasting room. You know, maybe you want a Fernet shirt and your buddy wants an Amaro Montenegro shirt. You'll be able to get both, one for each of you. Also, if you go to the same tasting room, typically they have different areas for you. So one of you can go in and grab some food, and the other can go and grab some either t-shirts or hats or cocktails, and just kind of meet in the middle. So instead of spending 15 minutes in each line, you only have to do it once. And at that point, you can hit a couple extra tasting rooms throughout the day and have even more fun. Now this is the biggest piece of advice I have for all of you, something that you should all be aware of. Start meeting people the minute you get to Tales. If you're in a line for a seminar or a tasting room, say hi to everybody around you. Find out where they're from. You know, be social. If you're in an event or a seminar and you're sitting next to somebody, introduce yourself. Find out where they're from as well. You know, start to develop dialogue and a relationship with these people. You're going to be spending the next 3 to 4 days seeing these people everywhere, all over town, in different tasting rooms, in different seminars. So if you've already gone out of your way to meet people and say hello and introduce yourself, your experience is just going to be that much better. You're going to be able to know them by name and have a great time and catch up. And it's just a great piece of advice that I cannot recommend highly enough. I hope everyone enjoyed the tips that we posted on the video earlier. And we're here at the last final party of Tales of the Cocktail. We're at Pig and Punch with Imbibe and A Bon Vivants, and we've had a great time. We've met a lot of great people, learned a lot of information, and had some amazing cocktails over the last few days here. And we can't wait to come back and do this all again next year. So hopefully you'll get a chance to meet up with us next year at Tales of the Cocktail. But until then, I hope you guys have a great shift, and cheers.